Hi friends, welcome to another video. I hope you guys are well. I hope you enjoyed the other videos that I did. Today we are going to talk about compost tea. I'm going to teach you guys how to make it and what are the benefits of making this. Okay, I can tell you that making compost tea for your garden has so many benefits. Okay, it's a liquid compost that is readily available for your plants. We usually take compost from a bag or our homemade compost and we add it to the soil, okay, and then we wait for the plants to take it up. The plants have to take it up, but here's the thing: it has to break down first. Okay, your microorganisms have to break it down so it becomes readily available for the plants. But if we use compost tea, if you brew it for a few days or 2 days or so, it's readily available for the plants because it's in liquid form. So there are things that you can add to your compost tea to make it that much better for your plants. But I'm going to tell you how to make the basic compost tea, and then I'll tell you what you can add as extras. Okay, so the basic compost tea that we want to make consists of: you have to have your bucket with dechlorinated water, you have to have a way to aerate your water, okay, because we are making aerated compost tea. Okay, we are making the aerated bacteria, not the anaerobic bacteria. Your aerated bacteria needs oxygen. Okay, your anaerobic can survive without oxygen. So we need a way to aerate the water, and then you need a food source, which will be your molasses. Okay, so what you can do is to dechlorinate your water. If you have one of those pumps that they use in a fish tank, okay, with the air stone, you can use that, aerate your water for about 8 to 12 hours. Then that water is good to go. From there, you take your brewing bag, add your compost, and you add your food source, which is your molasses, and you let it brew for about 24 hours to 48 hours. Okay, but when you see the foam on top of your compost tea, and it is, can I say, you can see that it's at its peak, then you can use it. Okay, if there is no foam, don't worry. The saying goes, no foam, no worries. So when your brew has been brewing for about 24 hours, you can use it then. I diluted mine with a ratio about 500 mils to 10 liters. That's what I diluted mine at, and my plants are doing fine. So let me tell you about the extras that I added in. The extra stuff that I added in was fish fertilizer. Okay, I added some liquid kelp. The better one would be the kelp meal. Reason being is that the fungi that we are trying to grow as well will attach itself to the kelp meal, and they will grow on there. What you can also add to help with the fungi to grow the good fungi is to add fruit pulp. Okay, your fruit pulp will also be a source of food for your bacteria, and your fungi will attach to this and grow on there as well. You can also add EM1 microbes. That's what I added as well. I will teach you in a later video how to make this for yourself, but these that I've added are store-bought. Okay, I bought them online. Excuse me. So what you can do is you can add this to your brew as well. It's just adding extra microbes that will enrich your soil and help your plants. And then you can also add mushroom compost. You can even use mushroom compost on its own. That you can add as well. And then you can add your leaf mold. You can check my previous video where I made the JMS solution on what is leaf mold. You can add your leaf mold. You will see in the video that I just used one bag in the beginning and then I added my leaf mold later on. Now leaf mold also has your local microbes that you get from your soil, and that will also increase the microbes in the brewing solution, the compost tea. So you can add all of these things. You can also add azomite, which will also give minerals to your compost tea. But like I said, these things are extras. You don't have to add them. You can just use the basic ingredients, which is your compost, your aerator, your dechlorinated water, and molasses. Okay, and then you can just brew it in a bucket or in a container. Just get a brewing container, and that's basically it. And you let it brew for 24 hours to 36 hours. Okay, so what do we do with this solution? It just depends on the stage your plants are at. If it is blossoming or if they are still growing in the growing stage, okay, you can add stuff maybe like potash as well to your brew afterwards. You can add lactic acid bacteria, which is great for the soil as well, and these are all things that you can add afterwards. So you have to take a good look at what stage your plants are at, okay, and then you can add these things to your brew afterwards. So that is basically it. It's very easy to make, and your plants will love it. You can do it once a week for your garden. Your plants will thrive. Their yield will be much better, bigger yield from doing this. You can just add it to your fertilizer routine, and well, like I said, once a week, and your garden will do great when adding this to your garden. So next up, I'm going to show you the video of where I brewed my own compost tea, and how I added it to the garden as well. So thank you for watching and enjoy. So here you see, friends, that I am using a pump to aerate the water, to dechlorinate it. So this is what you can do. You can purchase one of these pumps to get that oxygen into the water and to aerate your water, and later on aerate your compost tea, so that the bacteria will grow, because they need the oxygen. Remember, we are making aerated bacteria in your compost tea, so the more oxygen, the better for your compost tea. So here you see I'm using vermicompost that I bought online, but the best compost that you can use is your homemade compost and your homemade vermicompost. They are of higher quality, so I would recommend that you use them instead of the store-bought. You can use store-bought, there's nothing wrong with it, it will work. Next, I used liquid kelp. The best is rather to use the kelp meal. That will work better and will help your fungi grow. I used this because this was available to me at the time, but we'll be later on using the kelp meal. So next we can add some fish fertilizer. What fish fertilizer does, it adds amino acids to your compost tea. So this is a great way of getting amino acids into your compost tea. So if this is available to you, go ahead and get it and add it to your compost tea. Next, I added efficient microbes, EM1. This was available online, so this will just increase the different microbes that you can see listed there on the bottle, adding to your compost tea and to your soil, which will be highly beneficial to your soil and your plants. So if this is available to you, you can get it online and add it to your compost tea. So here you will see, friends, this is just after about, I think about 3 hours. You can see the foam on the top of the compost tea, so this is a good sign. So once the foam reaches its peak, you can use it immediately. So here we see, friends, this is about 24 hours. As you can see, the foam has increased, and this is the peak, and you can use it immediately. You can dilute it and put it on your plants, and your plants will love it. Your garden will thrive from this. So friends, here you can see I took about 500 mils and I added to a 10-liter watering can, and you can drench your plants with this. You can add it onto their leaves. It'll do no harm. It will benefit them. It will keep all the bad diseases away from your leaves and such. So add this to your garden. It will only benefit your garden, and it will increase the vibrancy of your garden.